world. Farmer Mike, live from Ophelia's Blue Vine Farm in the Jazz District where it lives with another impromptu masterclass. But before I go in, don't forget to stop by my world famous YouTube channel, Ophelia's Blue Vine Farm on YouTube. That's Ophelia's Blue Vine Farm on YouTube. 540 videos all dedicated to urban farming. Oh man, getting it in, doing some weed whacking. So here we are on Vine Street, 24th and Vine. Right down there, our gift to the world, Kansas City Jazz in the Jazz District where it lives. And I'm outside the Hitman greenhouse doing some weed whacking. And so I just wanted to give you a quick urban tool master class. Now, this is a little bit odd situation because actually this lot is on the end of a street right here. On the end of the street right here, okay? And there's a really bad sidewalk, which is very weedy. And then when you get over here, this is a part that you don't own, but if you own the lot next to it, that you have to maintain. And so this has been a problem for a number of years, primarily because the sidewalk is in deteriorating condition, and so it has to be mowed or weed whacked. And then people often drive down the street and they throw out the window bottles and they just dump stuff right here. Okay. And so as you can see, you know, they're drinking better than me. I wish I had me some Arizona green tea. How does he keep it 99 cents? If you know, drop it down in the comments section. But real quick, urban tool masterclass. Oh, got a bottle of Powerade right there. Or is that some more tea? Oh, I don't know what that is. Zero sugar. Oh. So our litterer, how very kind. How very kind. No sugar, but they're throwing it out the window. Anyway, so real quick masterclass. So I wanted to talk a little bit about urban tools, urban farming tools. And so this will go under the classification of that. And so if you only had one tool, if you only had one mower or weed whacker, which one would you get? And I'm gonna say, if I only had one, I would have to have a weed whacker, because pretty much in all the urban soils, you're dealing with things like brick, rock, rubble, and things like this. And look at the size of this rock, okay? And so, and a lot of times with these tall weeds like this, it's hidden, okay? Now, when I first got started, and again, I spent 10,000 hours failing so you wouldn't have to, so subscribe and follow my channel. When I first started doing this, I was bringing out lawnmowers, and eventually I would hit something and it would kill the lawnmower. It would lock up the engine of the lawnmower. And these were recyclers. These are some really expensive lawnmowers and what. And then I got a little bit smarter and found that pretty much any lot over time, if you have enough time, you can pretty much mow it with a weed whacker, cut it down. And there are different attachments to a weed whacker, like blade tools and things like that. And so I'm going to make quick work of this mess right here, make quick work of here. And I'm going to go ahead and cut it and break it down. And over time, so this is nitrogen, so over time it will it actually is going to improve the soil, which is making more problems for me. But I think in the future, what we'll do when they put a new sidewalk in here, eventually they'll put a new sidewalk in here, because this sidewalk is deteriorating. And so over here in this area, I think really we need a load of wood chips, and we need to mulch this. We just need to mulch this, cut this down, maybe put some landscaping fabric underneath it and mulch it, or we could just mulch it. But I think really that is what we really need to do to this area. And then maybe put some really nice dwarf trees down here. So again, quick masterclass for the urban farmers. make sure you have yourself a really good weed whacker. Now, I'm going to show you in just a second the weed whacker that I got. And that particular weed whacker I got from Walmart, and it was the middle, it wasn't the least expensive one, but it wasn't the most expensive one. Now, this was a couple of years ago. In fact, I think I bought 4 of these, and 2 of them I hadn't even used. I just put up. And so, in full disclosure, this one I think I just maybe started using two years ago. But this particular brand was a great brand, and sometimes you just get lucky like that. So now everyone's cutting back on costs and parts and things like that. Now I wouldn't buy the least expensive, because I would almost guarantee you that least expensive lawnmower, especially, or least expensive weed whacker, isn't going to last you very long, probably more than a season, because they're cutting corners, and something is going to break, and something is going to go wrong. But I'm going to go down here real quick, and I'll show you my weed whacker. I wish someone was on so we could connect. I do these lives, improvisation, just like Kansas City Jazz, so I can connect. You can ask me questions, and we can connect to 2 billion people. 2 billion people on this platform right now, and you have to take advantage of the opportunity in a lifetime of the opportunity. Become a master gardener just by watching my channel, 10,000 hours of failure, so you don't have to, and putting in the work, and that's what it takes. And I'm going to show you this basil right here. If you, look at it, beautiful in every way, and it's mulched. It's mulched, irrigated by rainwater, and look at that. Look at that. It's not bolting. It's not bolting. So a lot of you guys have your basil planted in full sun. Give you another tip. Big mistake. Big mistake. Unless it's under some tomatoes, and then even then you're going to have some issue. But this is in the shade, surrounded by some big trees, similar to an old growth forest, and we can have basil all summer long. Isn't that nice? Somebody had to show me that. A lot of these lessons I bought, and a lot of these lessons were taught, and I'm passing it forward to the next generation. So make sure to follow us, learn how to thrive, survive, stay alive. Don't get it twisted. Hell is coming. Hell is coming. Are you prepared? Do you have your seeds saved? Okay? Do you have backup systems? Do you know how to harvest rainwater? Do you know how to turn fuel basically into heat? If you don't know these things, you need to follow my channel, learn to thrive, survive, and stay alive. Ophelia's Blue Vine Farm on YouTube. Ophelia's Blue Vine Farm on YouTube. Again, that's Ophelia's Blue Vine Farm on YouTube. And look how clean a line I can get right here with this particular lawnmower. And this model right here is actually, let's see what this is called. This is the Black Max. The Black Max 2-cycle. And what is this? Hyper something maybe? And this particular one, I've never really had a problem. I've never really had a problem starting it over maybe 2-3 times. Never had a problem starting with this. There was a couple of earlier ones I bought, the Feather Light, some other different models, had problems. Never had a problem with this one. This model's 2 years old, so I'm not sure if they've changed anything on this particular model, but I've always had great success with this particular line. Not the lawnmowers, just the weed whackers. So, and look at that clean. Look how clean. Ooh, I don't even need an edger. I'm doing it all with here, and I use the 20 on the spring right here, and I love it. That's a Fuel Mix 51 mix right there, Black Max, and get yourself a couple. I think the price on these have gone up probably like everything else, 30%. So if you have the opportunity, they probably won't be on sale. In previous years, all this stuff went on sale right about now. None of this stuff's going on sale. That just shows you how bad the economy is getting. Are you prepared? Are you prepared? Do you have simple things like weed whackers? Do you have simple things like generators? If not, you need to pick up those things, watch my videos, so you can know what you need to do to be prepared, to be ahead of the game. And so great urban farming tool. If it comes down to a pinch, you can actually cut your whole lot. Wouldn't look as clean as with the lawnmower, but you can get it done, and it'll look pretty darn good. It'll look average, so you can't beat that. Again, I like it for areas like this because I've lost so many lawnmowers because someone just threw a brick or threw a can. There's some bottles and stuff in here. You know, there's a lot of rocks in here, so this is going to hurt. It's going to hurt. You're going to want to make sure that you always have your safety glasses on. You always have your safety glasses on, and preferably a long sleeve shirt. That'll prevent you from rocks, very painful, and also it'll prevent you from weed whacking accidentally. Some poison ivy, leaves of 3, let it be. Yes. So you definitely want to make sure that, we'll tackle that in another video. You definitely want to make sure that you have yourself some safety glasses, make sure you have yourself a long sleeve shirt, and make sure you invest in at least one good quality weed whacker, and it's going to help you out tremendously, especially when the string comes out that lawnmower. Eventually, they always do, or you hit a stump, and you can't cut your grass. You could do it all with the weed whacker. It takes some time, doesn't look as clean, it looks decent, it's average. Hope you enjoyed this tip. If you did, share this video, like and subscribe. Ophelia's Blue Vine Farm, Ophelia's Blue Vine Farm, Ophelia's Blue Vine Farm. Farmer Mike live, what are we at? 8/11 on Wednesday. The #1 farm in America, the #1 urban farm in America. That is Ophelia's Blue Vine Farm in the Jazz District, where it lives. See you guys in the next video.